In the winter of 2011, as snow covered the streets of Gary, Indiana, Latoya Ammons moved into an old house with her 3 children. From the outside, it seemed quiet, but the moment they closed the door behind them, their lives turned into an unending nightmare. From the very first night, heavy footsteps crept up the stairs, slow and deliberate, as if the feet of a massive creature were ascending toward them. When they rushed to investigate, they found nothing but an empty hallway shrouded in an eerie silence. Days later, dark shadows began appearing in the corners of the rooms, watching them before disappearing quickly. Sometimes they would pass right before their eyes, as if challenging them to follow. The children were the first victims. One day, the eldest son sat on his bed, staring into nothingness and laughing hysterically. When his mother asked him about it, he replied, "A huge black man is standing in the corner, staring at me." His youngest sister would wake up at night crying and screaming, "The spirits are talking to Meath. They say they will take me." Meanwhile, the middle child's face began to change strangely, his eyes growing dark as if drowning in shadows from another world. The greatest terror occurred in the emergency room, when one of the children suffered a violent seizure. Doctors and nurses surrounded him, trying to calm him, and suddenly his body surged toward the wall and began climbing it backward with steady steps, eventually walking across the ceiling as if possessed by a demonic force. Witnesses, including police officers, screamed as they watched the impossible scene. The child turned upside down, eyes rolling wildly, a strange sound emanating from his throat, before finally collapsing unconscious. Even the police refused to enter the house again after confronting what was even more horrifying. During their investigation, officers heard whispers coming from the walls, as if the house itself were breathing, and discovered a sticky, oil-like substance seeping from the walls. One detective swore he saw a door slam violently shut on its own while he stood yards away. When human laws failed, the mother turned to the church. The priest who entered the house felt a chilling cold that nearly paralyzed his limbs, and a hidden voice echoed in his head, threatening, "This is our house, leave, or we will take you with us." Yet he insisted on performing the exorcism rituals. Screams erupted from within the rooms. Doors banged violently against the walls. The children writhed on the floor as if fire coursed through their bodies, and the mother knelt weeping, while the priest prayed, staggering under the immense pressure. Later, he admitted he could not escape the nightmares, seeing a black face approaching him whenever he closed his eyes. The story spread across American newspapers, and the media dubbed the house of hell. Some paranormal investigators captured images of shadows moving through the rooms and hoarse voices calling the mother's name from the void. Yet the house remained, appearing calm from the outside, though anyone who approached left trembling. Years later, film producer Zach Bagans purchased the house to shoot a horror documentary. However, he could not endure what he saw inside, and publicly declared that the house contained an evil force, threatening anyone who entered. Within weeks, he ordered its complete demolition, fearing it would claim more lives. Now, the house no longer exists, but the memory of the Ammons family still haunts the city's streets. Many claim that screams can still be heard at night where the house once stood, as if the spirits never left, waiting for another victim, daring enough to step onto their ground.